Hey guys.
Hello!
Today we thought we'd give you guys an update on a whole bunch of projects at once that we've are in progress on.
Yes.
And we kind of do want to provide a this is where they're at the beginning, so you sort of know where things came from. For the first part here, Maker Dino sent us over this book, Piano Servicing, Tuning, and Rebuilding. That lovely inscription there. So that is for this. As you can see, it's a bright piano, and it's been in a video before, but we didn't actually play it.
Yay.
So it's not bad to start out with. It's kind of got a bonky sound to it. A little bit bonky, rings out a little bit more than it should. Can you hear that? The bridge isn't touching the strings in all the places. The soundboard is cracked.
Yes, I remember that.
There's a few problems like this right here. This hammer is broken off. It needs to be re-glued, and we do have the hide glue to fix that. All of the saddles are there. They're all whole, which is really good. But these hammers, they need to be resurfaced.
Yep.
And I need to fix a few of the hammers that are loose or broken. And then this should be quite a bit better than it is right now. And here we have two 100-year-old violin cases.
First one is housing our copper dragon. And we showed a video that we did on it.
We want to replace the insides of these with foam inserts, custom, to fit the violins and keep them safe.
Yep.
We have to refinish them. We need to change the hardware so that there's latches and not hooks, and replace the hinges so that they're not nailed hinges but screwed hinges.
There's
another
store-bought
violin.
This is my poor classical guitar, which it's kind of cheap, so when I tuned it,
What's that?
it broke.
You broke the bridge off of it.
It broke off.
Way to go, Addie.
Look at it, it just snapped like candy.
So we're going to use the guitar for a project or something.
Yep.
It's cheap enough that we don't mind if we break it in the process, so that should be
Yes.
fun. And here we have my original M3, not the new one.
Yep.
And since we've had it, when you change the vibrato off, it would get really, really quiet. And I've repaired the reason why it was quiet. But now, that's with it off, and here's it with it on.
Kind of motorboats a little bit.
It's working, but it's choppy.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to sort out what's causing it to become choppy and repair that.
Okay.
And we're going to shoot around the back here and show what we fixed to get the volume back on it. Okay, here we are in the back, and you can see that these two tubes right here handle the, this one is the non-vibrato side, and this one here is the vibrato side. Now up underneath this one is a resistor that connects it to its power supply for the screen, I believe. And the resistor on that tube was worn out. So I clipped out the existing resistor and put in a brand new one of the correct wattage and resistance. And that was a pretty easy fix. The choppiness is going to be in a different part of the organ. But we got that part fixed, and that's really good progress because we've been wanting to fix that since we got this. And on this one, we said that we wanted to do a couple of repairs, and we did get started on that. We got the oil in the tone generator up there, and you remember the pedal was squeaking. Not squeaking now, and that's because I oiled this right here. Chances are your squeak is going to come from there if you got a squeaky pedal. And we also found that this tube had a broken pin. That's the 12AX7. And that, just like we saw before, these two tubes here handle the vibrato side and the non-vibrato side. When we got this organ working only, the vibrato side was working, and we were wondering why the non-vibrato was working. It's because this tube was dead. So we ordered a new tube for each one of these spots. And those will be here in a few days. Alright, and here's what used to be a Hammond S model. And it is slowly but surely becoming a synthesizer based around the SidCog software. If you don't know what SidCog is, you should probably Google that. It's a Propeller object that allows one cog of a Propeller microcontroller to emulate a SID chip, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
And
I think that means on a Propeller, then you can get 8 SidCogs working?
You could run 7 SIDs worth of emulation on a single Propeller.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is really impressive. The amount that it would cost to collect that number of SIDs and wire them up and all that is phenomenally expensive. So,
yeah.
You know, check out SidCog if you like SIDs. So, what we've basically done so far here is wired up all these keys to these shift registers so that these can be scanned in through a serial line into the Propeller, and then the Propeller can use that information to control SidCog. Now, the next step of this was to sort of write the software on the Propeller to get that up and running. But we blew up our Propeller a while back, so we were kind of stuck on this project. But thankfully, Parallax, Chris Savage, Roy Eltham, etc. have donated all sorts of goodies to us to get back to work on stuff like this.
Finally.
So that's awesome.
Yes.
And thanks to some donations, we've also managed to get some things like a speaker to put in it. And that's going down there.
Yep.
And a bag of new grill cloth in black. That'll go on there and look very nice. And a whole bunch of electronics parts for building up that scanner circuit properly.
Yep.
And getting it all soldered up and ready to go. We've got tons of resistors and capacitors and wire for wiring it up, and sockets, and yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And I think, oh, one more thing. On here, we need to replace this area with a fall board, and this area here with the cheek block, and the cheek block will probably have the controls for selecting what waveforms you want and what the ADSR is going to act like and whatnot. We were thinking about using this copper-clad board for that material to fill those spaces. What do you guys think? Let us know. We could do it in wood, we could do it in acrylic, but we do have this really big piece of copper-clad board here, and there might be enough to do it up that way. So anyway, let us know, and let us know which one of these projects you'd like to see finished first, and we'll focus on those.
Yep.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
We post videos all the time, so don't forget to subscribe. And follow us on Twitter at TYMKRS.